Hey, what is going on, Global Trainer Syndicate? My name is Sam, or Ninjamuddkipz, and today I'm bringing you guys a PU battle I had against my buddy House of Wolves, who's just a joy to battle because we both really bring some interesting and fun pokes. And this battle is a pretty good representation of what I have on my channel. I like to do a lot of lower tier stuff, like PU and NU, because it's a lot more fun, and that's why I play Pokemon just for fun. But enough of that, let's get into the battle. Alright, so the thing about battling with Mark is you don't really know what he's going to be leading off with because, see, a normal person would probably just lead off with their Torterra, right, to get up some rocks, and he chooses to lead off with his Dugong, but it's whatever. I lead off with my Ariados, who's actually not a lead T-Spike Sash set. I'm actually a Razor Claw set because I do get these sniper abilities, so I figured if I threw like moves like Cross Poison and Night Slash on there, I can score some critical hits and do some nice big damage on my opponents. Gonna go for a Cross Poison on the first turn as he decides to go for a Whirlpool just to trap me in here, and the funny thing is he actually scores a critical hit on me, so I was hoping for justice to be served with that Cross Poison, but it just does not work out for me. He's gonna go for a Protect just to stall me out some more with that Whirlpool, and I figured I'm probably gonna lose my Ariados quite soon because he will overcome me in the stall war, but instead of being a douche and just stall me out, he's gonna switch out of there going into his Drillbur because he told me he thought I was banded. And I didn't even know banded Ariados was a thing, but like I said, I'm Razor Claw, so I can go for a Shadow Sneak on that turn expecting an attack, but instead he's going to set up a Sandstorm, which is just fine. I'm guessing that's just there to help stall down opponents with the Whirlpool Sandstorm combo, which is quite neat. Gonna go for another Shadow Sneak stupidly, and this is what I get for not writing down the teams at the team preview. He has a Linoon, who I totally forgot about, so he's gonna go into that and just eat that Shadow Sneak up. And now for some reason, not sure what compelled me to do this, I just stayed in and went for a Cross Poison. E-Speed was totally obvious and he could have easily taken me out, but instead he's gonna go for a Switcheroo and give me the Choice Band, which, I mean, I ain't even mad, because that Cross Poison does a huge chunk to him. And instead of scoring a critical hit, the Hax Gods will reward me with a Poison instead, which is also fine, because after Sandstorm damage, that Poison damage will be enough to take him out. So now I do have a Banded Ariados with Shadow Sneak, and it is my only form of priority on this team, so I figured I would just save him for later. I went into my Mawile, and this does look like a stupid switch considering he has a Drillbur out, and it is, but I am actually a defensive Mawile, and I just wanted to get the -1 on him with the Intimidate, but that Earthquake still does way too much to me despite being -1, and that's where he reveals he does have the Life Orb. But now, Sucker Punch is very common on Mawile, and I know he's going to expect that, and probably set up the SD because I know Excadrill likes to do that, so I'm guessing his pre-evo will just follow in his footsteps. So I'm going to set up some Stealth Rocks, and now the Sandstorm actually subsides, so I'm like, he's probably going to want to set up the Sandstorm now, so now I should probably go for an Iron Head. It was very risky, but thankfully I do come out on top with these Mind Games, and I will be able to take out that huge threat. And the funny thing is, I don't even have Sucker Punch. I believe my set is Iron Head, Stealth Rocks, Counter, and Knockoff, so got pretty lucky there that he fell for that, but now he's going to go into Staryu. I actually thought this thing might be a Whirlpool trapping Staryu because Whirlpool, Recover, Protect, that could get pretty annoying, but I was totally wrong. He's just going to go for a Scald on my switch into my Cast Form because I felt my Cast Form would be able to deal with a Whirlpool trapping Staryu quite well. And he does actually land a Burn on me, which is kind of unfortunate because that's just going to help wear my Cast Form down, and this is actually a bulky Cast Form, but what can you do? But now I figured he's probably going to think I'm more of a specially offensive one, because Cast Form does get a very nice specially offensive move pool, so I know he's going to switch out, probably go into his Torterra expecting a Thunder or Thunderbolt, so I'm going to set up a Tailwind instead. Tailwind is just there to help out Ariados and Remoraid, because they're not the most agile pokes, but Tailwind can definitely help them out. He will indeed go into his Torterra, and despite being a bulky Cast Form, I do actually carry the Bolt Beam combo just for coverage reasons. Works out well in my favor because that Ice Beam does a huge chunk to him. I actually expected it to do a bit more considering it was quad super effective, but it is just a non-stab Ice Beam coming from a Cast Form, so doesn't even bring him into red as he actually goes for a Lead Seed instead of just taking me out with like an Earthquake, which is all good because that means Cast Form will be around for just a bit longer. So now I know he still does have Dugong and Staryu. You might as well go for a T-Wave on this turn to try and cripple something on the switch because another Ice Beam will be enough to take him out. And he does actually go into Staryu, which is fine because Staryu is quite fast. It can Rapid Spin, Scald, Recover, and it's overall just a pretty annoying Pokemon. But now, I don't really think I need Cast Form anymore. I'm Lead Seeded, I'm burned, I have like 20 HP left. I decided let me just go for a Thunderbolt before I get taken out. To be honest, I probably should have set up a Tailwind to just help out my last couple Pokemon, but Cast Form is one greedy son of a bitch, because he's going to go for a Thunderbolt, not do that much to him, but he does stay paralyzed, and combined with Leech Seed and burn damage, Cast Form will be taken out. But Cast Form definitely did its job this battle, wearing down Torterra and really just crippling the Staryu. Now I figured I'm going to go into my Tress, my Area Dose, because Area Dose Tress. Gonna go for an Exeter, not quite able to take him out. He actually lives on 8 HP, but I actually live on 7 HP, and then I'm gonna go for another Exeter, and now Area Dose decides to get a critical hit, but it's whatever. I mean, at least I took the Staryu out. I am on 7 HP, no reason to switch out. He's gonna go into his Leopard. I figured Sucker Punch was coming my way because that's something Mark would do, and he does indeed just take me out with that. And now I'm gonna go into my Specs Camerupt, who I kind of forgot about. He's just chilling at full HP. Gonna go for some Earth Powers because it does hit everything on his team pretty hard. He's gonna go for a sub, probably seeing what I would do, but I do just carry 4 attacking moves on this thing. He's just gonna go for a Sucker Punch before being taken out, just to get some nice damage off on me, and that actually does a nice chunk of damage to me despite carrying almost max HP. I guess Camerupt isn't the most bulky Pokemon on the physically defensive side, but just gonna take that Leopard out. Now he's gonna go into his Dugong. I'm at about half HP, so I decided I could keep Camerupt for later. So might as well switch out of there, go into my Remoraid, because I do have the Seed Bomb on there. As he actually goes for a Protect, probably scouting to see what I would switch it up to, but like I said, Specs, I was locked in on Earth Power, no reason to stay in. He's going to go for a Toxic on my Remoraid, as I do just go for that Hustle boosted Seed Bomb. Didn't know Remoraid got Hustled till just a bit ago, but it's a really neat Pokemon if you ask me, and that will be easily enough to take him out. So now I believe his last Pokemon is just his Torterra, while I still have, I believe, 4 of my remaining pokes, but I'm gonna go for a Stab Hustle Boosted Waterfall, because that's all I have to hit this thing with for neutral damage, I believe. Well, he's the hardest move I can hit him with, but still not quite able to take him out because Torterra is Torterra. He's gonna go for an Earthquake, and that will just be enough to take me out, because Remoraid has like base 10 defenses, but gonna go into my Mantike, who I also forgot about. He's also chilling at full HP. Gonna actually go for the Attract to maybe get some girl-on-girl action, you know what I'm talking about, but instead he's just gonna go for a Wood Hammer and just commit suicide. So that will be the game. That was a good and fun game, Mark. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, do whatever you want. Your critique is very welcome. Please leave any of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time.